Hi, Assalamualaikum. I will introduce our teammates. First is Navaran, anak lelaki Mel Wagaman, and second member is Muhammad Shiraz Fakihi bin Saifuddin, and third member is Muhammad Khairul Aiman bin Kamaruddin, and fourth member is Nur Atika binti Ramli, and lastly member is Nur Saidah binti Azhari. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Atika binti Ramli, and I will explain about the introduction. First is background project. This study proposes system improvement at the Utation Parcel Center throughout industrial engineering technique. By rearrange the facility layout and optimizing the scheduling parcel management system, the center can overcome peak congestion and delay in finding parcel, thus improving service efficiency for thousands of students every day. And for the problem segment is according to the data, there is often queue congestion at the utilization parcel collection system during peak hour, which cause customer to wait longer. And second is the existing parcel collection system uses of first come first serve scheduling, which is effective and handling fluctuation in student processing time is a significant problem. And third is the results show the erroneous and incomplete parcel information cause the delay in client verification, necessitating more time to package identification and verification tasks. And for this objective project, first to analyze the current first come first serve scheduling system at the university's parcel collection system. And second is to compare the performance of first come first serve and shorten processing time, which is SPT scheduling rules based on processing time data collect from parcel collection operation. And third is to evaluate the effectiveness of SPT scheduling in reducing customer waiting time. And for the scope of this project is first is restrict entirely inside the utilization parcel center, which is counter, storage zone, and flow space. And second is focus strictly on regular weekdays, specifically during peak student rush hour. And third is evaluate only simple queue rules like first come, first serve, shorten processing time, and urgent package priority by ignoring complex multi-stage system. And lastly is focus slowly on internal modification such as rearrange, shift, and enlarging aisles and reducing working routes. And for the philosophy basic is instead that putting speed on profit first, this project focused on striking a balance between technology efficiency, human welfare, and societal fairness. It makes sure that system optimizing is not influenced by extend by wait times, tension, and mistreatment of employees. It demonstrates that high service capacity and coexist with a courteous and safe workplace for utilization employee and student by employing human-centered design principle, such as optimizing physical reach zone, reducing worker tiredness, and establishing dedicated line for urgent shipment.
Focusing on the core industrial engineering principle and formula we use to analyze the parcel center. Moving on to my first slide, the theoretical framework for our project is built on two main pillars of work study. First is method study, where we will systematically look at the current work methods to eliminate waste or non-value add activities. Second is work measurement, which help us find the standard time a worker needs to finish a specific task. By studying this, our main goal is simplify the daily sorting, scanning, and shelving operation at the utilization parcel center. This will optimize working distance and storage placement, reduce cycle time variation, and make the whole workflow much more seamless for the staff. Measure the time it takes to serve a customer. On this slide, we use the service processing time formula, which is S equal to T variation plus T retrieval and plus T handover. Let me break down these three sub-activities. First, diversion is the time spent checking the student and finding their parcel data in the system. A second, the retrieval is the time the staff take to walk into the storage zone and physically find the package. Based on our literature and finding, this is usually the biggest bottleneck due to chaotic flow layout. Finally, the handover is the quick final step where the parcel is given to the student and the status is updated. These scheduling rules that govern the student queue. We compare two methods. The first one is FCFS, or first come first serve. This is what the center currently uses, why it feels socially fair. Its major weakness is that it completely ignores how long each transaction takes, causing long lines when someone has a complicated issue. The second method is SPT, or shortest processing time. The rule serves students with the shortest processing time first. The basic advantage here is that it reduces system-wide delays and lowers the average waiting time. At the bottom, you can see the engineering metric we use to calculate our data, which are completion time (CI) when a customer finishes service and waiting time, how long a customer actually sits in the queue before being served. Different work from the basis of our data analysis. This is all from my part. I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Siraj Fakihi bin Saifuddin. My metric number is CD230180. So now we go to the methodology. Okay, in here, uh, in methodology, our research as a diagnostic case study focus on the parcel collection operation at the UTHM Parcel Collection Center. So in here, we have two qualitative framework. The first one is work study, and the second one is scheduling rules. Okay, the goals is by synthesizing both work study and scheduling analysis, this approach provides a robust data-driven framework to enhance the overall operation efficiency of the center. And then we have seven phases. We go to the phase one, where is the observe parcel collection process. In here, first we conduct field observation of the current operation to make workflow. So here we understand customer queue behavior and identify major process bottlenecks. Then in the phase two, collect, arrival, and processing data. We perform systematic time studies to collect quantitative data, tracking exact arrival times, customer waiting times, and uh, parcel retrieval duration. In phase 3, based on FCFS analysis, where first come first serve, um, to establish a baseline for customer wait times and counter utilization. And then we go to the phase 4, scheduling rule simulation. We stimulate alternative scheduling rules such as shortest processing time SPT using our empirical dataset to optimize the queue flow. In first phase 5, FNC comparative analysis. Okay, now here, we then perform a comparative analysis to evaluate the improvement in service efficiency and reduction in customer waiting times. And then phase 6, work study workflow analysis. In here, we apply work study principle to analyze staff processing step, especially targeting the reduction of non-value added retrieval time. And the last phase is optimization framework. Finally, we propose an optimized framework that integrates smart scheduling rules with streamlined workflow to permanently eliminate operational delay. So in here we can see the flowchart for the parcel rotation. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Nur Saida binti Azhari and my metric number is CD230061. Today I will present the result and discussion for my project titled Scheduling Rule Assessment and Work Study Optimization of Parcel Collection UTHM. First, I will briefly explain the background of this study. Okay, this study was carried out at the UTHM Parcel Collection Center, which is the main place for students to collect their parcels. Recently, the number of parcels has increased due to online shopping. This has caused more customers to come at the same time, especially during busy hours, leading to long queue and waiting times. At the moment, the center uses the first come first serve system, where customers are served based on their arrival time. Therefore, this study looks at the current process and aims to find way to improve it so that waiting time can be reduced and the service can become more efficient. Okay, now I will explain the analysis of the current situation at the Parcel Collection Center. As I told before, the center currently uses the first come first serve system, isn't it? However, several problems were found during observation. Long queue often occur during busy hours, which lead to longer waiting times. In addition, service time is not the same for all customers. Some are served quickly, while others take longer due to verification and parcel collection process. This difference slow down the overall system and reduce efficiency. Okay, to better understand the current process, a work study was conducted at the Parcel Collection Center. Data were collected from 20 customers during the observation period. The collected data included arrival time, verification time, retrieval time, handover time, and total processing time. These data were then used to evaluate the current system performance and support the scheduling analysis. And based on the work study results, the average service time is 4.61 minutes per customer. The longest time is spent on parcel retrieval, making it the most time-consuming activity. The result also showed that verification and retrieval cause more of the delays. In addition, service times are not the same for all customers. This can lead to longer queue under the FCFS system because customers with quick service still have to wait behind those who take longer. Okay, following the work study before, a scheduling analysis was done using the first come first serve system. So, to evaluate performance, completion time and waiting time were then calculated. Completion time is the time when the customer finish receiving service. It is found by adding up the processing time in order. For example, if the first customer takes 5 minutes, the completion time is 5 minutes. If the next customer takes 2 minutes, the completion time becomes 7 minutes. However, waiting time is calculated using completion time minus processing time. It shows how long a customer waits before being served. Okay, after all of that, the results shows that some customers wait longer even if their service time is short, especially if they are behind customers who take longer. This causes a higher average waiting time in the first come first serve system. Okay, now we move to the next slide, which is the analysis of shortest processing time or SPT scheduling rule was then applied as an improvement model. Under SPT, customers with shorter processing time are served first. The completion time and waiting time were recalculated based on the new service sequence. The result shows that the queue moved faster and more customers could be served within a shorter period. This indicates that SPT can improve service efficiency compared to the current FCFS system. Okay, now this slide compares the performance of FCFS and SPT scheduling rules. The comparison was based on the average waiting time and average completion time. The result shows that SPT performed better than FCFS because it has a lower waiting time and improved service efficiency. By serving customers with shorter processing time, By serving customer with shorter processing time first, the queue becomes faster and less crowded. So SPT is a more efficient method for the parcel collection center. However, SPT is not always fair because customer with longer service time may have to wait longer. Therefore, it should be supported with improvement like better parcel storage and a faster verification process. This help balance efficiency and fairness in the system.
Hi, I'm Naveen Ren, and my matrix number is CD250281. So right now, I will be presenting on the conclusion part. In conclusion, this study successfully achieved both of its objective by applying work study and scheduling rule assessment to address the peak hour congestion and long customer waiting time experienced at the UTHM Parcel Collection Center. The analysis of the current FCFS scheduling system confirmed that its rigid sequential structure is ill-suited to an environment with varying transaction duration, as complex cases involving incomplete parcel information cascading were recorded and used as the basis for comparing FCFS against SPT scheduling, which demonstrated that prioritizing shorter transactions significantly reduces average customer waiting time. Guided by the wisdom-based principle of justice, accuracy, and risk minimization, the final recommendation to adopt SPT scheduling was further strengthened by the inclusion of a maximum waiting time safeguard to ensure fair treatment for all customers, reflecting how ethical decision making shaped not only the technical outcome but also the overall integrity of the proposed solution. Thank you.